Welcome to the Comics Experiment, the show that we air every Thursday right here at twitch.tv/Comicstorian with multiple other podcasts. Then we upload it to YouTube on Saturdays. This is the Comicstorian Podcast Network. This is Comics Experiment, and today we're going to discuss the current theories for Phase 4 MCU. But today's episode is brought to you by G Fuel, our Patreons over at patreon.com/Comicstorian, our YouTube memberships right here on YouTube, and
Upstart, an online lending marketplace for fair and fast personal loans. I'll tell you about it in the middle of today's episode, and you can check the link down below.
This is the show where I get together with these two boneheads every week, and we either talk about some fun discussion, we look at a clickbait list, or we discuss what's going on in the world of comic books and comic book news. So Phase 4 has a bunch of leaks and theories as to how it's going to pertain to the recent news of Spider-Man, and I'll go into that in a second, but that's today's topic. Before we get into that, though, how do you feel about them shooting Dick Grayson again?
Not good.
I want Dan's opinion, because I already got yours in that other video we're putting out.
Yeah. Just leave my dick alone.
So,
already.
For those who don't know, they've announced that now that Dick Grayson is back to being Dick Grayson in Nightwing, he will be shot by KG Beast again, who sees that he has recovered and wants to come get revenge.
honestly, if they do that, I'm going to be like, why? just why?
my dick alone.
Like, you just changed him back, and everyone loved it. Why would you get rid of a loved character?
No, wait, you said that he plans on coming back and shooting him in the heart and taking out his girlfriend? I think that just means he's going to take out his girlfriend. It's like a metaphor of shitting him in the heart.
You've come back, so I'm going to go get your girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's going to pull a Kyle Rayner.
But they're also
Stuff her in
promoting
the fridge.
But they're also promoting that KG Beast is going to shoot someone in the Bat family. So what, like, is someone going to jump in
There's
the
like
way?
18 other people.
They pull out an obscure one, like spoilers, like, I'm here, oh no!
She's
she's very
like
popular
a
right
semi
now.
Batgirl now again.
Yeah,
Again?
she's...
Yeah, her and Cassandra Cain now are running around with bat symbols on their chest.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Spoilers in Young Justice.
that. Yep.
A lot.
A lot.
Who's the least popular member of the Bat family?
Harper Row?
Probably. Can you even count her anymore?
Oh my god.
She just kind of went to Leslie Tompkins Hospital to help out, and she's like, I quit. All right, we'll never check on you again.
See you
I'm
later.
pretty sure they still reference the fact that she's working with
Yeah,
Tompkins
they
too.
do. They keep bringing it up like it's going to be a plot point at some point.
It's not.
Ooh, Harper
Luke
Rowe.
Fox.
She's actually Punchline.
Luke
Plot
Fox.
twist. That would actually be cool.
That would be a cool plot twist.
If they shot Luke Fox?
No, if Harper Rowe was actually Punchline.
Oh, I'm trying to think of least popular Batman family members.
Luke Fox is a good character if they actually
Bruce
used him.
Wayne?
If they used him, but that's the thing.
Screw that guy.
I mean, technically speaking, Bluebird could be an amazing character if they used her properly.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll kill off Damien.
Duke
Again.
or Signal or Sunshine. What name is he going by now?
Signal. It's Sunshine.
I like
I'm
Sunshine.
Batman. This is Robin. And this is Sunshine.
And we're here to stop
He just
crime.
comes out in like a tight yellow leotard.
With his motorcycle helmet.
Yeah.
Trying to think of anyone else. Is Black Lightning on the Bat family officially now?
No, he's in the Outsiders.
Yeah.
He's leading the
So
Outsiders.
technically Bat family adjacent.
Adjacent.
Like Katana. Like
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? That like, oh, it's the Bat family reunion. Why were you invited? Well, we're adjacent members.
Everybody's sitting there drinking going, I honestly don't know why I'm here.
It's Black Lightning.
He hasn't
it's Katana.
spoken to me in years.
It's Arsenal.
Roy's just like, I
Oh,
came with
gosh.
Jason.
Starfire's over there.
He's like, I'm his plus one.
Starfire's over there. She's like, I'm technically on Teen Titans with Damien, but I've also
Yeah.
banged Dick Grayson, and I've worked with Jason over here on the Outlaws. I'm just the slut of the Bat family adjacent people.
No. This is the weirdest Christmas party ever.
Let's be honest. If they killed someone on the Bat family, it would be Batwoman, so that they can replace her with another Batwoman. So it'd be
You're
like
gonna say the
show.
Black Batwoman.
I was, because that's
The plot's obviously going that way. She's in all the promotional art now.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is though in the
Yeah.
comics.
No, I don't know idea.
I don't know.
I'm assuming they're just
And
gonna
I don't
take-
watch the show, so I don't.
I'm assuming whatever the plot for the CW show is going to be for that changeover.
They're gonna ram it into the comics.
Yeah, it's gonna be
That's
that-
how it's
that's
gonna
the comic
happen.
character
That's
now,
how it
too.
always works.
Yeah.
That's how we got
Well, they
Felicity
go-
and Diggle and Arrow.
Let's be honest.
Or
They
Green
go,
Arrow.
we'll add two of them. Which one's more popular? Okay, that's now the comic version.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or they go, comic version's good. All right, put it
Or
in
you
the
have
show.
both.
Yeah.
Well, that's
In the
true.
comic, Kate Kane's not gone because the actress didn't leave.
Right. They just stopped drawing her.
Could you imagine in comic books, they're like, this version of Bruce Wayne is retired. That was Ben Affleck. Like,
Yeah. He just always looks like the actor.
I would love if they just have Batwoman start walking away. She's like, I give up. I'm not getting paid enough for this. And just walks off.
You won't have
That's the
Batwoman
life.
to kick around anymore.
Yeah.
it was like the weird moments in the
She'll
latest.
have to phrase it as, you won't have this Batwoman to kick around anymore.
It was like the weird. I don't know if you guys watch Family Guy anymore. Natalie and I occasionally pop on the new episodes.
I didn't know it was still going.
It's season 19.
It's a lot of seasons.
And the latest episode.
Simpsons is still going on.
Yeah, well,
They're
they're-
like 87.
It's Fox. I mean, if they get like anybody watching the cartoon, they're going to watch it.
That's true.
If it's Matt or Seth.
But the latest
gonna
episode
work.
tried to go some weird meta stuff. They were trying to do a joke where in between every scene, they would have like people come in and like set up the new scene like it was a live stage show.
That's weird.
It was so weird, and I feel like that's what they would do in comics. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you retired. They're drawing the person leaving.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, realistically, they just have two different Batwomen comics. Batwomen? Batwoman comics.
or just name it about
Batwoman's-
women and they team up.
One
like
of
Spider-Man,
them's-
which the sequel to was horrible.
We'll call it like, one will be just, we'll bring back like Shadow of the Bat, which is Batman in the 90s. That was another issue they got. So that's one Batwoman. And the other one is going to
Yeah.
be Legend of the Batwoman.
God, Shadow of the Bat was actually one of my favorites. 'cause
That
it-
was like not origin stories, but like stories from like throughout his career.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like classic, and a lot of it was like supernatural-ish. Like it wasn't all
Yeah.
or it was either mystery or I remember because it was supernatural or detective work.
Yeah,
That's why I liked it. 'cause
Legend
it
of the
wasn't-
Dark Knight was very similar to
Yeah.
that. So.
It was back when, the Spider-Man had a very similar thing at one point. It was Spider-Man,
Well, there was
Web of
like
Spider-Man.
5 different Spider-Man books, and they're all just different story types.
Yeah.
And they were all clones.
I think at one point it was legitimately like
Yeah, I
this
think
one's
they were
Ben
all
Riley,
clones,
this
yeah.
one's Kane.
I wasn't kidding. I was stating a fact.
Like there was like 5 different books, and when they had the clones, like we could just make separate people be Spider-Man.
When are we getting our Spider Clone book? That's just what I want it to be called, Spider Clone.
Let's
But
call
it's
it-
not Spider-Man.
It's called Web Warriors.
They're just going to clone. I saw that. I'm going to fix it real quick.
Flicker?
Yeah. They're just going to
We're
clone
also apparently
spiders.
having a lot of troubles. Everybody's
back.
saying stuff.
Andy, I can't believe you said that about Batman. Anyway,
How dare you, sir?
well, I'm just saying.
How dare you?
All right.
I'm just saying. I think Keaton was or not Keaton. Oh man, I screwed my own show because I do actually think Keaton was.
you're
one of
right.
the best
Keaton
Batman.
is the best Batman.
Yeah, I was about to say
In Batman 1, not
I
2.
wanted to say Clooney, and I said it wrong.
Cloney?
Clooney.
You
I
did
know,
say
but you
Clooney,
said
though.
Cloney.
Whatever. I'm like a couple of drinks in.
We're going to clone Clooney.
Live Speed Force bullshit. We need to make that shirt. Speed Force bullshit.
Yeah.
It's Ben's favorite part of comics.
All right. So anyway, Dylan, cut back to here. Hey, all right, we flickered again.
No, that's
Oh,
it's the
that's
stream
wow. That's
catching
way
up.
behind. Yeah.
I think that's why the bit rate fixed itself. It's just like, screw it, we're going to go a minute behind and just try and let it catch up.
All right. Well. All right. So anyway. All right. So today's topic. Don't giggle. I'm trying to fix this.
Sorry.
Batman was fun. Let's go to the topic.
Okay.
Okay. So there's theories rolling around as to what Phase 4 is going to be. So I'll list up the books.
bet
that
it's
are-
a
Is it
list
phase
of
4 or
movies.
phase 5? I could have sworn
No,
phase
it's
4
4.
just happened.
It's 4.
No, it's 4.
It is
Really?
4.
Okay.
Yeah, that was phase 3.
Maybe we were talking about all the phase 4, but then it was such a long delay that
I
I
mean-
thought it already happened.
It's possible. So anyway, Phase 4, as it stands right now, all the movies have been pushed back over a year. So the pushbacks are real. Black Widow's coming out on May 2021, which was a year after the original release
Yeah,
date. They just
yeah.
moved everything a whole year out.
Yeah.
So the movies are going to be Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Untitled Spider-Man Far From Home sequel with Sony, Thor, Love and Thunder. I really hope they change that Spider-Man.
No, that's actually what it's called.
They forget to remove the with Sony, so you're going to the...
It's sort of like the Harley Quinn movie. You got this really long title.
The Thor, Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and then on Disney Plus, we're getting WandaVision this year, and then next year, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk. All of that is Phase 4.
Yes.
Okay.
So now, what has come out is, what's the name of the actor that played J. Jonah Jameson at the end of Spider-Man? Far
J.K.
From-
Simmons.
Okay. He came back from previous ones.
Yes, from
Indeed.
the Raimi version.
Was it Raimi? Because
Yeah.
I didn't know which one he was from.
Yeah.
It was Raimi.
Raimi.
So he came
I
back
don't think
from.
Jonah was in Amazing Spider-Man.
If he was, it was like a quick.
Yeah,
nod.
I was going to say,
I don't remember there being.
You're right, I
But
don't-
J.K. Simmons was
don't
J. Jonah
recall
Jameson
that
in the Raimi film.
Yeah.
First 3, yeah.
So anyway, he was back, and we all thought it was a fun nod. Apparently, they're going to be playing more into that. So we're getting Jamie.
More fun nods.
Well, we're getting Jamie Foxx back as Electro again.
Yes. Not the same
Wait.
Electro,
Right.
I was gonna.
but
say,
as
yeah.
Electro.
Right.
Right.
So the current theory is that WandaVision's going to break the multiverse based on
Sure.
all the shows we have, such as What
She's
If,
gonna go
Loki.
no more multiverse. And that's
No
gonna
more
be it.
one verse.
Yeah,
No
no,
more
you
one
gotta go
verse.
the other way.
No more single verse.
Singular
Spider-Man,
verses.
Loki, and What If are going to show the ramifications across the multiverse, and Doctor Strange is going to fix it, and that is our Phase 4 plot.
So that's probably going to
Okay.
be how they
That'd
fix
be-
the
that could be cool.
identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that leads to a lot of possibilities, because it also, I mean, some of these movies and shows are definitely not going to fit. Like Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be like, my shield, no, my shield. What is that portal?
Then they'll both have
my
different
shield, and
shit.
then like they both look, and like Bucky's like hitting him, and he's like, "Stop hitting me! I see it."
Is that Cap in there?
He walks
It's
out
Chris
with
Evans
the non-circle
waving.
one. But he comes out
Guys,
with
and-
the old man one where it's like a normal
He
shield.
comes
and
out as
they're
old
like,
man
"What's with your
Cap.
shield?" Yes.
That'd be sweet.
I mean, Hawkeye's not going to fit at all as a show.
Hawk guy.
If they don't
Well, isn't
get
that- isn't that
bandages
Kate
every
Bishop?
episode-
Yeah.
Okay.
Hailey Steinfeld
it?
is coming in as Bishop.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
They'll probably have some, Clint.
Oh, they will.
Clint.
And he'll
cameos.
always have bandages.
It's true. He always
And if
had
he
a-
doesn't, I'm going to be
well, I mean,
upset.
she's no. It's not just a Kate Bishop show. He's in it.
Well,
he's
yeah, but I
like
doubt he's going to
mentoring
be
her.
as an. You know what?
The as far as I read the premise is it's him training her.
Okay, and I was about to say I don't think he'll be in it that much. He'll be cameos, but at the same time, we have Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's
Loki.
what I'm saying.
Like they've got the movie actors.
I was gonna say they have all the actors, so it'd be weird if Jeremy Renner was just like, nah.
He shows up at the beginning. Well, Kate, your
Yeah.
training is complete.
I was gonna say
I'll
you-
see you at the end of your adventure.
I was saying you literally have all the other shows are like the actual like full blown characters. It'd be weird if Hawkeye was the only one they were like, nah.
Jeremy Rayner's a little too busy.
Yeah,
for this.
he's got a lot going on right
He
now.
actually called in and he's only voiceover. He's like, hey,
It's like-
Kate, things
it's
good? Cool.
It's like a really bad CGI. Like you sort of see him blurry in the background.
He actually, Kate's like, crap, I got to do my Zoom call with Clint. Give me a second, guys. Clint, lower your camera. Lower your camera, Clint.
They'll do it like they did in Westworld season 2. I just finished season 2, which is 2 years old now. But they had, I'm just throwing that out there. Why that's suddenly in my head.
Okay.
But they have Anthony Hopkins in season 1, Dan.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and
he
they
doesn't
phone it in for season
He
2.
phones it
Yeah,
in for
yeah.
half of season 2 to
Oh,
where you're
does
like,
he?
oh, the actor must not be here. They do it like a blurry reflection,
Yeah,
so
right.
like it easily CG, and the voiceover sounds a little off. Like they
Like
got
he's on
the,
a call.
He's on the call.
Hold on, I'm going into tunnel. Oh, shit. Well,
They could do
that's
that
the
with
end.
Jeremy Rayner though. He's in the reflection.
Yeah.
He's only calling her. Like,
Yeah, to my knowledge, he is supposed to be like it's him and her, sort of like the Hawkeye series.
Could you picture this though? They're like, all right, Jeremy, we need you to be Hawkeye. You're currently talking to Kate. Okay, do you want me to come in? No. We're gonna record the phone call.
It's fine. It's fine. Pandemic.
In fact, we've been recording this whole time.
We're actually just gonna splice your words together. It'll be fine.
Hot Kate, I'm going to.
It'll be supernatural. Don't worry about it. And I mean like supernatural,
was
not
gonna say,
supernatural.
Which is a great show going into
That
its
is
last
true.
episode today,
Yeah.
or last season today.
Last part of its season.
That's the weird part because
It's like
technically it's another season. It's
Season
13
15
more
ended.
episodes.
I don't know, 13. Yeah.
They're like, but we technically said we're only going to 15, so we're not going to call this 16, even though it's technically the length
This
of
is
it.
actually season 2 of season 15.
Season 15.2.
Bingo.
So anyway, before I go into the Deadpool news, which can throw a huge wrench in all your plans, what do you think of the idea of them using WandaVision to break the multiverse? And then in movies like Spider-Man, where there's talks about Raimi Spider-Man coming back, there's talks about Electro coming back.
I mean, it depends on how they're going to address that issue. If the idea is WandaVerse messes up the multiverse, stuff starts getting scared amongst it, which if you've seen the trailer for WandaVerse, very easily could go into that. That's a messed up looking trailer.
that's the House of M version. That they're
Yeah,
gonna
in
do.
a very interesting way. But if every movie going forward is like, the multiverse is broken, that's weird. We must fix it. Like, that would be boring.
Right.
Now, if you scatter bits of the messed up multiverse into each movie, Electro, J.K. Simmons, that sort of thing, that could be very interesting.
Well-
but if you're just like the whole thing is, we must somehow fix, because you know they're not going to fix it in one movie.
No,
So
not
how are
if
you
they're
gonna- how are you
planning.
gonna tie that together.
Because Doctor Strange is the last movie.
Which
So
makes
if you
sense.
could- if-
Multiverse madness.
If you have Doctor Strange, like, this seems wrong, I will now go fix the multiverse. And you can mention how, everything has been screwed up. Like,
Right.
this Electro shouldn't be here, blah, 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 that sort of thing. Then you could do that interestingly. Like, each movie can have its own plot, but you can't tie it all together using Doctor Strange.
And I want to go through that based on this list in a second.
Okay.
But what do you think, Dan?
I think it's a good idea to have Doctor Strange as the last one, because then they could easily use him and or Wanda in the previous ones to kind of do that constant. They're trying to fix it, but they make it worse, and then they try to fix it and they make it worse.
Yeah.
To the point that Doctor Strange's like, well, crap, now I got to fix all of this. And
I'll
he's like,
do it myself.
Exactly. But I mean, because we all kind of expect Doctor Strange to play a big role in the Spider-Man sequel regarding the secret identity and all of that, because
Oh,
it is
in
a
the
popular
comics. Yeah,
plot
I can
point
see
in the
that.
comics. And then if that happens before Multiverse of Madness, it would make sense, because if you wipe everyone's brain or stuff like that, or if you do something like that, it could alter the way that the universe works. And now it's altered like the different versions of people. Because like we always go into, oh, they affect this universe. But if it's Multiverse of Madness and they've never done that, I'm wondering if they might go into a direction of one universe directly affects other ones. So if something changes in this one, it directly affects
Like a butterfly,
another one.
So-
a multiversal butterfly
Something like
effect.
that. It's kind of like when you've got like that dark version of something, but if you change something to dark, the reverse version would be light now.
This is the darkest timeline.
Exactly.
And when you're doing multiversal travel, what would you do, Dan?
Well, I believe you jump through a portal.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Upstart, the revolutionary online lending platform that knows that you're more than just a credit score. During these economical, turbulent times, everyone is looking for a way to feel more financially secure. So if you're constantly throwing money at high-interest credit card debt each month, it's time for you to check out Upstart. Upstart is unique and can reward you based on your education and job history in the form of a better rate. But don't worry, you don't need a degree or diploma to apply. Upstart offers loans up to $50,000, so you can consolidate your debt into one easy fixed-rate payment. Loan amount will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Not all applicants will qualify for the full amount. Upstart makes it fast and simple to check your rates, and since it's just a soft pull, it won't affect your credit score. And the best part, if your loan is approved and accepted, most people will get their funds in the next business day. See why Upstart has a 4.9 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot. And hurry to upstart.com/experiment to find out how low your Upstart rate can be. Checking your rate only takes a few minutes. That's upstart.com/experiment.
And then
You do it like you're in a high school play, like...
It's day one of drama class.
a portal. And we close the portal with spirit fingers.
Okay, so the reason I wanted to play, the reason I actually wanted to talk about this topic is if this theory actually holds a lot of weight. So, okay,
How much are we talking? 350, 400 pounds?
ignoring Black Widow,
Yes.
as it was supposed to come out this year ahead of everything.
Yeah.
I legitimately think Black Widow is going to do nothing for the overall Phase 4.
No.
No, it's as I understand, it's a
should've come way
prequel.
early.
Yeah, no,
movie,
it's going to be just a prequel thing.
which looks good. I really
Yeah.
want that. I'm really excited for that one.
I'm
actually.
excited because of the espionage nature of it, but
Yeah,
as far
exactly.
as a Phase 4 going to affect things,
Oh no, it's not going.
other than maybe some weird at the end of the movie after credit scene something going
Something maybe.
Yeah,
They
but
bring
that-
Scarlet I was gonna say Scarlet Witch. They bring Scarlett Johansson back.
something like that.
He
Maybe
pulls her
apply.
out of the multiverse, so now a different version of her is
Yeah,
in
so-
Phase 4.
They go to the like where she's like on the ground and she just opens her eyes. That's it. That's the after
I
credit.
mean, it could be something like that, but I think overall the core of this plot, regardless of a after credit scene cliffhanger,
Right.
is not going to be a part of any of this.
Yeah.
But if you look at what's supposed, because now Wanda's coming first, but it wasn't supposed to. So assuming Wanda were to come now after Black Widow,
Right.
she can break the multiverse. It can go smattering everywhere, all kinds of stuff like that.
At the end of the season, she's just like, no more continuity.
They call it House of C. Oh wait, no, that could be something totally
that's
different.
that's not a thing. No,
I think I've seen that movie already.
on
It
HBO
cost me an
Max.
extra $5.99 when I was in a hotel.
You know, I
So,
want to.
but hold on.
Okay.
I let you talk. I let you do your thing,
I know. That's why I said okay.
and you guys are matching again.
No.
You're both in shirts.
You both have hair.
Damn it, Andy.
Anyway, so you'd have WandaVision next. She breaks the multiverse. The very next movie that was supposed to come out was Shang-Chi.
Which I'm so excited for.
But we know it's supposed to be changing and retconning Mandarin lore. What
Right,
if the
yeah.
excuse for that is the broken multiverse?
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Slight
Have the
nods.
Exactly, but have the movies be their own thing.
Right, you're fighting Mandarin in the Ten Rings,
Yeah.
but the reason why there was already a Mandarin
If Ben
multiverse-
Kingsley doesn't show back up, though, as his, like, faded actor, what's the point?
But following that, we had the Eternals, which you can very easily work into a multiverse plot,
Right.
even if it's just a mention.
I always forget that that's even a thing.
Most
and then
people do.
Spider-Man, there's talks
Even in
of-
the comics.
And Spider-Man, there's talks about Venom, Sam Raimi,
Right.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I mean, you could so easily have nods to the different Spider-Men in the Spider-Universe.
Tobey
and things.
Maguire shows up.
I mean, there's talks of all kinds of
Andrew
stuff happening.
Garfield. Topher Grace's Venom next to
Meets Eddie Brock, meets Tom Hardy, yeah. Could you picture that?
Beat the crap out of him.
Like Topher Grace is like, I'm Venom, and Tom Hardy's like, okay.
But Tom Hardy does like his Venom where he's like, no, well, you see, wait, no, that's not right.
And then they have a giant CGI battle where
Yeah.
Venom comes off of Tom Hardy.
Venom versus Venoms.
But the little Venom doesn't do anything except ride on the glider from Goblin.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then Tom Hardy's Venom is like,
I like it.
and then Riot shows
We've
up.
already written this movie. It's fine.
Pretty much.
So anyway,
Sony, call us.
we have that Spider-Man, but following that we have Thor: Love and Thunder,
Yep.
where you could once again easily use that as the excuse how he becomes worthy again or lost weight, or you could easily nod
Well,
once
he's
again.
not unworthy in the movies.
I thought he had the axe.
He does, but he was still
He
worthy
traded
of
it.
Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does.
Because
have
he
the
even
hammer.
calls it,
whole-
Yeah.
and he's all excited and happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he hands him like, no, you give me this one.
Yeah.
I want the bigger one.
Yeah. But he's still worthy, technically.
Yeah.
Although, technically speaking, in normal Marvel or MCU canon,
Everyone is.
no, Mjolnir is still broken.
Yeah.
Because
That's true.
Steve had to put it back in the past.
But not only that, in comics right now, everyone's.
Well, that's true. But I'm just talking about the MCU.
But yeah, no. So then we have Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Which you could. At this point, you could easily, just like they did with the Tesseract and everything else. Doctor Strange can then be like, yeah, the Mandarin was out of place, and Thor the hammer came back and it wasn't supposed to, and
Right.
I have to fix
And
everything.
then he goes gets to Spider-Man, but it's not his Spider-Man. It's a different Spider-Man.
And then on the TV show side, Falcon and Winter Soldier can do their own thing. You don't even need
Yeah,
to
it doesn't
mention the
even-
multiverse.
yeah, exactly.
But Loki and What If are all about the multiverse.
Yes.
So they can just further
I'm actually
explore.
super excited for the What If show. I think
Yeah.
that's going to be
It'll be
cool.
interesting.
So you can easily have those explore the ideas even further. Hawkeye can be once again solo. Miss Marvel can be the excuse. Use the multiverse as the reason why no one knew about the Inhumans.
Right? Yeah.
And we can also use that as an excuse of like, not only they're Inhumans, but there's something going on in Canada. Mutants.
Oh, are only in Canada at this point?
That's that, dude. I would
Everybody
like,
knows Canada is full of Canadians and mutants.
Bingo.
what would you do if
It's
that's
sort of like the
excuse-
French Canadian kind of thing.
What would you do if that's the excuse they use?
They've just all been in Canada. Everybody knows all mutants are Canadian.
Alpha Flight and mutants.
thing.
That's what's up there.
Everybody knows that. It goes elk, mutants. Everybody knows that about Canada.
And after Ms. Marvel, which you could use the multiverse to explain Inhumans,
Yeah.
we have Moon Knight.
I mean, technically speaking, the Inhumans are in there. Just nobody mentions them because this show was terrible.
And then we have Moon Knight, and you could say, oh, his three personalities are three multiversal versions crammed into his head. Khonshu's existing in this world. It's called Stargate.
I mean, technically speaking, I mean,
you don't like my Stargate
No, I
crossover?
don't. I mean, you don't have to cram the multiverse into everything.
No, but all of this would be one-off nods and
like
mentions.
Moon Knight's multiverse. That's why it's got multiple personalities now, and Inhumans are also a multiverse.
It's actually multiverse night now.
like
And She-Hulk, well, I mean, she's just Hulk from another universe.
right, perfect. Sorry, Dexter.
So you like my idea of mutants in Canada, but you don't like...
But your idea of cramming the multiverse into literally every aspect.
And you don't like Stargate being a part of Moon Knight?
No, I don't. That's stupid.
That would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
It's a Fargate. We don't want to get sued. That's from an old show.
It's a Stargate.
It's a Fargate. Yeah,
By the way, Stargate is an amazing series. that has gone on far too long, and the company that owns them is running it into the ground.
I've only ever seen the movie.
You never seen SG-1?
I've never seen SG-1. I've only seen the movie.
All right, guys, we're gonna have a weekly show where Andy watched 3 episodes of Stargate SG-1. And
Is it even on anything now?
They made
It's
their
probably
own,
on Netflix.
They
or
made their own
something.
platform. No, it's actually not. That's one of the biggest complaints.
Stargate platform.
It was.
It is a Stargate.
And they
So
shut
you
it
can
down,
watch
and it's
Stargate.
nowhere else now.
Stargate.tv.
Oh, I see.
Stargate was.
Let's stay on
No,
Marvel
no, no.
for a
Hold on.
minute.
I was
Tangent.
gonna say, like, what the hell?
Stargate, the company that owns Stargate, decided it wouldn't work on any platform.
Sure,
Made
'cause of
its
the
own
Stargates, yeah.
Stargate streaming
Right, yeah,
service.
totally.
Then shut that down and puts it nowhere. Okay,
Wasn't that on Sci-Fi?
that's the, but Sci-Fi has no rights to rehost it.
Not sure. Yeah.
So yeah, like if all joking aside, if you were like, you know what, I'm gonna watch SG-1, you can't.
Well, what are you gonna do?
We're gonna talk about the Marvel multiverse. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Benny's from a multiverse where Stargate's a part of Marvel.
I think they wrote the comic actually.
Oh God, of course they have. I will say, based on the fact that, since I can get a word in, the fact that they are using like the multiverse and stuff like that, I think it actually would have been a great idea if they just shot a couple additional scenes and made it that Black Widow was from a different multiverse, or this was
That
a new
movie
one.
was like an
exactly.
alternate reality thing?
Because then it would be something where you're like, oh, this matters.
I mean, it's possible that they did. We don't know.
Yeah,
is
no
true.
one knows
This is
anything
true.
about Black Widow right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, this is true, but like, I mean, that would be one of the best ways to. The reason why I say after the Stephen Strange one is based on the timeline of when they're coming out. It sounds like this was originally planned to come before all the multiverse madness.
Okay. Also, Stargate is on Hulu now, Andy, so you can more than easily.
Oh, well, good. That's great.
They finally got a home. It's all
Okay,
good.
I'm happy. Super
And the
excited.
comics are written by Avatar Press.
I'm gonna be like-
useless to us.
I'm gonna be like, this doesn't mention Moon Knight at all. Been lied to me.
And then they produce an additional episode showing Moon Knight coming from.
That'd be sweet.
They're like, wait, the first new episode of Stargate SG-1 in like 15 years, and guess what? It's bringing Moon Knight into the Marvel.
Since we're getting multiverse anyway, how long do you think until we get Arachnite?
Ooh, I hope
And
not too
Hex
long.
20 whatever.
Do you think that they're going to
Weapon
do like
Hex.
a quick
Weapon
nod?
Hex and
Do
Speed
you think that
Weasel.
they'll use the multiverse to bring over some of their favorite characters? Because that's the next part of our discussion.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone has said they loved the Fox X-Men for certain aspects.
Right.
We loved Ryan Reynolds. We loved Logan, right? Hugh Jackman has said that he's done.
We love the X-Men. The two people that you can sometimes consider not X-Men. Those are the two
Yeah, I
we
was
like.
gonna say Deadpool, who makes fun of the X-Men in both of his movies.
And Wolverine, who's most often an Avenger, to be honest.
So Hugh Jackman has said that he's done.
Yes,
as
he
Wolverine.
has.
He's no
Yes.
longer wanting to do it.
Yes.
But Ryan Reynolds wants to continue doing Deadpool.
Right.
And everyone
As
has
he
wondered
should.
what
Phrasing.
is happening. The latest breaking news, and this may not be true, I'm stating it now because it was just Twitter news from like 1,001 sources that no one had an actual source
I
other
heard,
than
I heard from a guy who heard from
Exactly.
a guy
I saw it
who
on
read a
4chan.
thing, who saw it on
Ryan
4chan.
Reynolds is in negotiation with Kevin Feige to have more cameos than Robert Downey Jr. did as Iron Man.
That would be
Interesting.
awesome.
I like that idea.
I want all after credit scenes to be Deadpool commenting on everything that just happened in whatever movie it
They
is.
just do it during the credits, though, where he's like, can you believe that one part where Spider-Man started swinging through, but no one looked up? What the hell?
What if he is every after credit scene, like just over?
No, I said what they should do with Deadpool. I think it was like one of the second episodes I was ever on,
yeah.
which is he just shows up in the background and waves.
That's what I want.
and then like keeps going.
But-
like they're in a big fight, right? They're in a big CGI fight, and you just see Deadpool go. Keep going.
Or either that, or he's like standing there and he's getting a chimichanga and he sees it and he's
Yeah, he's like a taco truck and just watching.
Yeah.
They're paying Ryan Reynolds millions of dollars
literally
Hundreds
tens of
of
dollars.
to stand in the costume and not even make a
He
comment.
probably would.
He definitely would.
As long as it didn't like interfere with his schedule, he probably would do that.
I have a feeling that if Ryan Reynolds made this contract, he would put a clause in of, if I can sneak onto the set and be in the
Right.
background, you can't cut that scene.
If security doesn't catch me on my way in,
So
I am now a
in
part
the
of that
Deadpool
scene.
costume.
So I feel like this Deadpool news kind of makes sense with the multiversal madness stuff that
Right.
there's talks of them doing. Because what if they use this to bring over their favorite elements from other franchises? Such as, okay, you guys like Ryan Reynolds, we're going to bring him over. Okay, you
Right.
guys like Electro, we're going to bring over Jamie Foxx. And this is overall...
Nobody liked Electro, just so we're clear.
I actually like this song. He made a song.
Oh,
it was an electro song. It was like Itsy Bitsy Spider, but
Like
like
his-
in dubstep.
his-
It was really cool.
That
It was
version
like,
of Electro
it's-
sucked. As great an actor as Jamie Foxx is, that version of Electro sucked.
Well, I'm just saying, like, they could
Yeah.
use this to make answers to a lot
Sure.
of
Was this the
problems.
Andrew Garfield?
Yes.
Okay.
As in Spider-Man
That's
2,
why I don't-
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
they
yeah,
use it
okay.
to explain some things that don't make sense to the viewer, such as J.K. Simmons coming back.
Why wouldn't that make sense to the viewer?
Well, the viewers were like, "Oh, it's from Raimi," and they're like, "Well, we brought him back," but it's
People
a
get too
multiversal
stuck
break.
on this crap.
I will.
I was literally like, it's J.K. Simmons. Nice.
No, that's what I thought too. But based on this theory that's going around, they're going to give an explanation. I agree with you. When he did that, I was like, "That's a cool way to."
He was a great
Yeah.
J.J. Jameson.
Yeah, he was the
J.J.
best J.J.
Jameson,
Jameson, and
100%.
we're just gonna bring him back.
Yeah,
That's what I
awesome,
thought
cool,
it was.
great, yeah.
But based on Deadpool being signed up for the most cameos ever, supposedly.
Yeah.
Based on supposedly Jamie Foxx is coming back as Electro, even if he's not going to be blue.
Right.
Based on the stuff that we do know, this could all be
Part of the multiverse.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the average moviegoer is going to go, wasn't that guy in the original? But all the fans who like to deep dive and go, Captain America Shield was in the background of Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
We can go,
To be fair, though, I think your average moviegoer isn't going to know he was in the original. I think they're just going to be like, I swear I've seen that guy before. Well.
the same moviegoer that goes, when is Batman showing up?
Exactly.
And
I was going to say, your average moviegoer isn't going to care. It's your nerds.
Yeah.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying, like, what if they? It's a one-off nod,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They could even just explain that stuff without even explaining it. You will literally just have a one-off comment from Doctor Strange at the end where he's like, "Yeah, so much weird stuff has happened. I care. People are replacing other people, and I don't even know all the people that got swapped." Like, and there you go. That's it.
And then Wong comes in and goes, Wong. And then leaves.
And then Deadpool walks behind him.
Deadpool's practicing karate behind them. And they just go, get out of here. Stop showing up.
How did you get in?
How did you get it? Who left the door open?
He's wearing the Deadpool mask and like a little kid's karate gi. Just
So you're saying, okay, he just has a cameo in every movie and show.
yeah.
And we don't even get Deadpool 3 until like 2030.
Who cares?
Just
In fact,
Deadpool's in
actually,
the background
If
of
you count them all together, it's one movie.
But if they do when they do the Deadpool 3, they need to include all the parts that he cameos.
That's
in
what
the
I'm
other
saying.
one.
Yeah, it's like a whole other movie in of itself.
like him bouncing between all these different things.
Deadpool, the cameo, the movie.
Like he has like a part where he's talking to the audience and he's doing something. And he looks back and he goes, "How's Spider-Man doing?" All right. Anyway, so I was telling this guy.
What if it actually is a full Deadpool movie happening in the background?
that would be
And the
hilarious.
fight sequence is continued through 3 different movies.
That would be
like you just see him
hilarious.
come flying through
Yeah.
like a restaurant or something.
I would love that. That would be really good.
And if you piece it all together at the end, kind of like when they brought back Wolverine and it was a panel for every comic.
Yeah.
It's a full story of how they.
Right.
Turns out Deadpool's in the background of every movie fighting his own fights. That'd be really good, actually. If they could somehow work that out, that would actually be really good.
And make
like
no
that.
one acknowledge it either. You just
Yeah.
you like.
Oh, no, 100%.
Did you guys hear that? Whatever.
So
I want Deadpool to look up, see J. Jonah Jameson, be like, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and go, who's Peter Parker?
or either he does that or he goes, more like Peter Porker.
Nah, he's a pig.
So I want to go back to the bringing in actors that played roles before and being like, oh, it's the same one from the multiverse. I honestly, why can't we just go, oh, it's the same actor, but it has nothing to do with it? Because I mean, we've done this before. We literally have Chris Evans, who is Human Torch and is now Captain America, and people aren't like, oh man, can you believe they retconned it so Human Torch became Captain America? Why can't we just have
Because nerds.
the new J. Jonah Jameson and just have it be like,
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Like,
just
you
J.
don't
Jonah.
need to
You
make
don't-
them. Yeah, you don't need to make
Exactly.
them.
That doesn't mean they
not
can't give it a one-off answer. There's no reason not to. If you end up
There's no reason to do it.
Exactly.
either.
right,
That's
but
what
I'm
I'm
saying if
saying.
you're opening up the multiverse of options,
Sure.
like they could just not do multiverse, but they're obviously are going in that direction.
If Deadpool shows up, he definitely needs to comment on the fact that Chris Evans looks like Human Torch.
Or have
are
the
you gonna
multiverse,
burst
you have
into
another
flames?
Chris Evans who's on fire.
Yeah. But he's not the Human Torch. He's just on fire.
He runs through the background. That would be
Just
the
burning
funniest
to death.
Easter egg ever.
That would be really
You
but
just
they
have a
do that in the
screaming-
Deadpool one. So
Yeah,
he goes,
yeah.
is that a Human Torch?
Someone set Captain America on fire, so he looks kind of like a Human Torch.
but he's got a great ass.
So basically, is
Honestly, I
Deadpool
think
3 just going to be him making jokes
It's
about
the
the
whole
just
movie.
Jokes about the MCU.
Yes, that's 100% what he should do. Honestly, I think while I do think they should sprinkle in multiversal stuff, I also think there's a lot of things you just don't need to comment on.
Oh, no, you don't. And we haven't up to this point.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, based on the theories that are out there, based on the knowledge we have,
Right.
it sounds like this is the direction they want to go in. But it also gives them a lot of wiggle room for issues, retcons, and things.
Sure, yeah, you can
and
just
I think
change
that's what-
everything up.
I think ultimately that might be what they're doing.
That's what it is. Feige's like, we need to fix our canon. It's a little off. Not crazy. Not X-Men bad. But
we didn't need two separate timelines.
But if we do a multiversal phase 4, everything can be fixed. Or we just don't acknowledge it. And we say it's the multiverse.
Or when we screw up, it's in a different universe.
It's in a different universe.
This also leads to the theory that King the Conqueror was going to be the big bad by the time we get to phase
I did
6.
see that. Yeah, I saw that.
So if that theory, I mean, all of this ties into that, because if they're messing with the multiverse, they're probably going to mess with the timelines.
Here's what it is. King the Conqueror shows up in phase whatever, stopping Steve Rogers, who is still time traveling, and fixing things. There you go.
And that's a Chris Evans return.
Feige.
Just like Robert Downey Jr. said he's willing to come back. It's like you both left. But you're both willing to come back now.
Sure, yeah.
I guess you just needed 2 years off because of the phase 4 delays.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It could have been Chris Evans who was just like, I'd come back for a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but you don't
They're
have
all
to have
coming
a
back as their voices.
You don't have to have a giant like deal. He could just be like, yeah, I'd come back for a movie if they asked me
Well,
to.
from what I understand, that was part of his problem. Was
Yeah.
it like the 9 movie
He didn't
deal?
want to be locked into a certain amount of movies, but if they were just like, do you want to come back and do like half of a Captain America
He's like,
movie?
no, and they're like, it's a couple $1 million.
He'd be like, all right.
I'm actually expecting, even if it's just old man, for him to show up somehow.
Somehow, and just say
Falcon
something.
Winter Soldier.
He's chilling
Yeah.
with Deadpool in the background.
They don't even acknowledge it.
Just old man.
Steve, you're so old. He makes a comment on his age.
He's like, oh my God, you're so old. Just order already. Oh my God. Why do you have to
here's
order
the thing.
mild on everything, Steve?
Here's the thing. I don't want words. I want it all to be happening in the background, and you have to imagine what they're saying. And like Steve's like going into his pockets, and Deadpool's like,
Pull out money. He can pull out his gun and be like,
yeah.
okay, come on.
that'd be funny.
So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up today's episode.
Thanks for watching.
I
Bye.
was gonna say, you looked at us like that was like there was like a specific thing we were supposed to do.
I was waiting for him to do the sponsor.
Oh, all right.
Instead, he goes,
not like-
bye.
Bye.
Yeah, guys, don't forget, you can check out the show live on Thursdays at about 3 p.m.
We
Eastern.
broke Ben. Ooh.
Powering down. Too much Westworld. Seesaw motor functions. Oh.
Ben gets stuck in that mode. Ooh.
Every Thursday at about 3 p.m. Eastern, we filmed this live, followed by our D&D games filled live, which are now hosted on Comicstorian Gaming on the YouTube side. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We really appreciate your support. Don't forget, you can subscribe here on Twitch to support us, subscribe here on YouTube to support us, or go check out our Patreon.
Yeah.
Also, today's sponsor is...
Upstart, an online lending marketplace where you can get fair and fast personal loans. Check the link down below.
We're also brought to you by Dan's Hair Products. He's trying to make this hair a thing.
I don't remember the name of my paste, but it's like a
Dan's
white thing,
paste,
it's white.
homemade, organic,
And just go outside.
all natural.
All right, and on that note, I guess we're going to leave. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
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 Oh,
Bye.
bye.